What's up? Welcome back to another video. I'm Bandit Barney, and today we're going to be talking about this dirtbag, Gavin. This dirtbag that got lost and has never been found. Or not yet. Or maybe we did find him. I don't know. Watch the whole video. Alright, enough being angry. Let's dive into it. If you've played Red Dead 2, I guarantee you've heard this guy running around town yelling for Gavin. He's looking for Gavin. And this guy's name, all right, I'll spoiler alert, his name's Nigel. I don't even think that's really a spoiler, but his name's Nigel. And he's going around yelling for Gavin constantly. It's in your head. Gavin, Gavin. If I lived in a town with this guy, I'd want to go outside. Shut up, man. We're trying to do something else besides hearing you yell for the Gavin. Regardless, as soon as you finish chapter 2, you see him in Valentine, and he moves with you all the way to the end of the game. You'll see him in Blackwater. So he hits Rhodes, he goes to Saint Denis, and depending on where you're at with the main story, you will see this man. And all the way at the end of the game, you know, when some time has passed, he's in Blackwater still searching for Gavin. Well, that means, Gavin might be lost. A few years in, yeah, Gavin might be gone, buddy. So give it up and you quit yelling for the Gavin. The property value of my home is going decreased because every time I bring someone to sell that my home, they hear Gavin all day. Gavin, Gavin, shut up. Where is Gavin? Well, there are plenty of theories out there as to who or where he is. Some people think he might be a horse or a dog. Good chance with that. Other people think he's a human, but Rockstar has been known to do these Easter eggs. I mean, obviously, there's tons of Easter eggs in Red Dead 2, but they've been known to do some incredibly deep Easter eggs. One of those ones was in GTA 5. They had an alien Easter egg that was led to believe there was a jetpack in the game. And for years, people looked for this jetpack. Looking. To no avail. You know, people found the correlation between this alien theory and a real world scenario where in actually 1980 Olympics, I believe it was, in the LA Coliseum, they handed out flashlights to all the participants or audience in the Coliseum, and they used those flashlights to call in what was a UFO that got flown in. So that was the real world occurrence, and that led people to think, okay, well, let's follow this and maybe we can find the jetpack. No. Eventually, modders got their hands on the game and found out that there was no jetpack in the code. Null and void, years of looking for this Easter egg down the toilet. Is that going to be the case with this Gavin Easter egg? Well, if it is, fuck me, man. Fuck me. I don't have years to spend on the Easter egg, okay? I don't have that kind of time. And no one got time for that. But let's dive in to what we truly know about this character. The guy running around looking for Gavin, he's a Brit named Nigel. Now, you can go through the whole game and you can just listen to this dirtbag calling for Gavin over and over. But if you get tired of that, if you get real tired of that, Red Dead is an open world game and you can pretty much do whatever you want. So let's say you throw a Molotov on this guy, watch him burn alive. That's what you get, dirtbag, for yelling to Gavin, lower the property value, you give me the headache, I don't know where the Advil is, it's not invented yet, I can't deal with this headache besides drinking. Then you push me to become the alcohol because I'm drinking all day trying to get rid of your voice in my head. So now that my family wants me to go therapy, thank you. Nigel, dirt ass, where were we? Oh yeah, we killed him. If you loot Nigel's body, he will give you a letter. And this letter is a correspondence between Nigel and Tom. Tom is a family friend from home in Berkshire, Britain somewhere. And this correspondence leads to uncovering a lot. What we find out in this correspondence is that Nigel has told his family at home, him and Gavin have become millionaires in the Western frontier. They're big ranchers now with tons of cattle and they live in mansions and they got all this money. Well, Nigel's been roaming around from city to city looking for Gavin, so this seems not too real. On top of that, Tom tells about this guy, Brian Gold, who is let's say, spectacle to say the least about these stories that Nigel's telling. As well as we find out that Gavin has written Tom too. So the theories of Gavin being a dog or a horse are done. Unless for somehow this horse can grow its thumbs from the hoofs of its foot and write on the pen and paper, then lick to it the postal stamp and then bring to the guy that collect the mail. Tell that guy collecting the mail, hey, I'm here to ship a mail all the way to Britain. Now, we know the horse doesn't have thumbs. We know the horse doesn't talk. So no, the horse cannot do that. The same thing goes for the dog. Both of them have a hoof or foot, paw. The dog has a paw, not a hoof. That would be bad. If a dog has a hoof, he will scuff your house all over. Regardless, the dog cannot send a letter. So we know now Gavin is a human. But we still have not found him. Tom writes about how Gavin's mom is so happy for him, that they're doing so well. But this correspondence kind of makes it seem like, it might be all up in smoke. Nigel might be just blowing smoke, talking about things that aren't actually happening. There is no millionaire. We don't ever see Nigel's mansion. But there's still, where's Gavin? We know he's a real character, at least in the lore. He's real now. We see he's got family in Britain. He's written to Tom as well. And even though Nigel and Gavin told different stories of what's going on in the Western frontier, they both told stories of what was going on. Where is Gavin? Well, players that are taking a deep look into the things. Now, these are the detective players. Mind you, on the channel, I make the content, the Easter egg, and we bring to you. I would like to say that out of my 24 hours day, I sleep for 5 of it, and then I play a Red Dead for 12, unlocking the Easter egg, but that's false, okay? Often, when I'm bringing the content to you, I go to find somewhere else how this has been done, and then we give it to you in the way I do it, okay? So, I'm not looking for Gavin in this way, but the detectives out there are. And what they have found is that Gavin is not in the game, at least in the credits. Going through the credits, Gavin is not once listed there. So if Gavin's not listed in the credits, is he actually in the game? It's possible that he's in the credits under an alias. I know that when I go out, often I use alias, because if people learn your real name, there is no telling what can be done with that types of confidential information. Keep the alias handy, then if anyone finds you did something bad, well, was it Jerry, Bob, Greg? Who did the bad thing? Because I'm all of those people. Obviously, I don't tell them that, but that's the point of an alias, you get it. He could be under an alias. And if he is not in the game, if this is a situation just like the jetpack in GTA 5, where after years of searching, we cannot find him, it may just take time for that to happen. Now, mind you, in GTA 5, there was no DLC. There was no storyline DLC, I should say. There was plenty of online DLC. In Red Dead, I think the chance of getting DLC is much higher. I think we have a much better opportunity of getting that DLC because the story in Red Dead is so built around this honor system, being good, being bad, and these bounties. And there's just so much more room, and the world of Red Dead feels so much more like you're actually living in it than the GTA 5 world. So I would think that because it's so intricate, there's much more to be added onto it that Rockstar will give us. And is Gavin going to be added in one of these DLCs? Well, there's so many Easter eggs in the game. It's built on so well. Are they open-ended? Are some of them going to just be open-ended? Is this the open-ended Easter egg? Debatable. We don't know yet. The game's barely been out a month, if that. So there's plenty of time for more to be learnt and done in the game. But if one thing is true, if there's one truth in my life, I will tell you this truth right now. As soon as the Gavin is found, And as soon as that mugshot of that dirty bastard show his face in the world of the Red Dead 2, I will come to you and you will know the moment. Within minutes of him being found, there will be video on the channel. This man is here. He is alive, and then we shot him. And then we'll tell you what happens when you kill Gavin. Thanks again for watching the video. Appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for future content. You know we're killing it every day on the channel with that new content. Appreciate it. And until next time, we'll catch you later.